Hi, surprise, I'm Peter Strohkorb. I'm running an impromptu live session. I just sort of got the urge to make myself heard, so hope you don't mind. So look, I'm going to talk to you about buyer-focused sales funnels. And yes, it's a favorite subject of mine because I'm quite passionate about modern selling and how we need to stop harassing our prospects, hoping that they will be interested, and the old spamming, pardon me, spamming 10,000 people hoping that two will be interested, pitch slapping them on LinkedIn, cold calling them with unsolicited offers. All that stuff is really dead in the water, has been for some time, but we might not just have realized that the corpse is actually dead. So what I'm imploring everybody to do is to listen to your buyers and to do what they are asking you to do for them, namely to help them make an informed buying decision rather than jamming your offer down their throat whether they want it or not. Not that you're doing that, but it is known to happen in the world out there. So let me just talk to you about what a buyer-focused sales funnel looks like and the 10 competencies that you should have to master it. And if you want at the end or in between or before even, you can go to the website at peterstrohkorb.com and do a free sales self-assessment test where you can just determine for yourself where you're already doing well and where you still have some opportunities for improvement. And then we can have a chat about your results as well, if you like. Entirely up to you. Okay, the buyer-focused sales funnel. So it starts off very simple. You need to know who your ideal customers are. So you need to have your ideal customer persona. So you want to know what type of roles they have, what industries they're working in, the size of the organization, the geography, and be quite clear about who your ideal prospect and your ideal customer really is. Okay, so far so good. Then of course, once we know who they are, you will want to know where they are, and you want to know how can I reach out to them. Now, this last point is very important because to me and to you and probably to your customers as well, there's a huge difference between reaching out to them, making contact to them, touching base with them, whatever you want to call it, and engaging them into a business conversation, preferably a business conversation to a sales conversation, because you don't want it to feel like selling to either your buyer or to yourself. So how do you reach out and connect and draw them into a business conversation in an effective way? So that's the third part of the buyer-focused sales funnel. Then once you've drawn them into a business conversation, you probably want to talk about your products and services and offerings that you have. So you need to make this very clearly understandable. So you need to not say we can do everything, or on the other hand say we've got these widgets. You probably want to explain, you want to be very clear to them what it is that they're getting from you, what you're offering and what they can buy from you. And that's surprisingly difficult. Sometimes we are so clear about what we're selling, and we don't realize it's not clear to the buyer. And there is a saying in sales that goes, a confused mind says no. So if your buyers are not sure or they don't understand, they don't really want to say to you, look, I don't understand, I have no idea what you're talking about. They'll just go, oh, look, I'm not interested. So don't do that to yourself. Make sure that your buyers have a very clear idea of what it is that you're selling and also a very clear idea of what's in it for them when they buy it. That's the next key in the buyer-focused sales funnel, to have a great value proposition that makes it very clear to your buyers what they're getting from you and what's in it for them when they do. And that also differentiates you from anybody else out there so that your buyers will go, I want to know more about that. And this is really intricately connected to what I call the killer introduction. And it's kind of, my philosophy is that if you reach out to somebody new, to a new prospect, new client, new customer, or if you have an inbound offer that you want people to engage with and draw them into a business conversation, like I said, then really these days, I'm told you have about 8 to 10 seconds to make your case. 8 to 10 seconds is the opportunity that they give you to see whether they want to spend more time with you and you're interesting to them. So what can you say within 8 to 10 seconds in either an outreach or an inbound that connects with them, makes them lean forward and go, wow, that's interesting, I want to know more about that, and draws them into your sphere, and so you can have a business conversation with them. So the killer business introduction is really critical in the sense that, like I said, just reaching out to them is not the key, but reaching out to them, getting them interested and engaging them is the key. And so you need a killer business introduction and you need a value proposition that's pretty unique to pull that off. Okay, what's the next point? Okay, so now we know who they are, we know where they are, we've reached out to them, we've engaged them, we've drawn them into a business conversation, and now they'll want to know, well, what makes you different from anybody else that offers a similar thing? So we're talking about fending off our competitors. Now, I offer my clients a very special, a very unique way of fending off the competitors, namely without bad-mouthing them. So as soon as you say something bad about a competitor, that only reflects on you. It's kind of like that old adage, when you point a finger, there's 3 other fingers pointing back at you. I know it's a bit of a cliche, but there you go. So in a similar vein, if you say something bad about a competitor, that only reflects badly on you. So let's not do that. Let's bring up a subject that our customers will not want to touch, but one that we will bring out proactively and voluntarily and talk to our client and prospect about that. And the reason for that is that the prospect will go, geez, these guys are mentioning this to me, the other guys haven't. What else haven't they talked to me about? So it kind of makes you more of a trusted advisor, and now another cliche, but it makes you a bit more trusted than the other guy who have avoided this subject altogether. So I'm teaching that to my clients as well, about what the subject is and how to use that subject to your advantage. So let's say we've engaged with our client, we've fended off our competitor. Now the client, the prospect, the client will say, can you send me a proposal? But as soon as they say, can you send me a proposal, alarm bells should go off for you. Most people see it as a buying signal when somebody says, can you send me a proposal? But in reality, I tell my clients that almost the worst thing you can do when somebody asks you for a proposal is to give them a proposal. Why? Because what happens once the proposal is out, once you've sent it off? You've sent your proposal out and then crickets. You kind of don't hear back from them. They can take their sweet time coming back to you. In the meanwhile, you're wondering, have they seen the proposal? Have they read it? Have they already chosen somebody else? And you get a bit desperate and you want to follow up. Now, your buyers really don't like it when you follow up on them, particularly if it's like 3 or 4 times, because it makes you feel desperate. It makes them feel that you're desperate, and it makes you look desperate. So let's not be desperate. So there is quite a simple way that helps you to get enormous customer intel before you send the proposal off, and that helps you to fine-tune your proposal to a point where it's pretty much the only one standing. I teach my clients how to do that as well. All right, so let's say we've sent the proposal out and we've won the deal. That's not the end of the journey. Because once you've signed the deal and you've won the business, is a really critical moment in your business. Because you've built an expectation in the customer's mind of what they're getting. They're now expecting to get it. So if you drop the ball at this point and you go, oh look, that's somebody else will take care of that, I'm going off to the next customer, and the handover is not 100%, or the customer feels that they're now not as important any longer because you've got out of them what you wanted to, that leaves a really bad taste in their mouth. and they may think twice about doing business with you again if the promises that you've made are not realized for them after they've signed the deal. So the delivery side is really super important. So what I say is we need to give our clients a superior pre, during, and post-purchase experience so that they come back for more business and they give us repeat business. So we know that there's any number of statistics will tell you that it's much easier to get repeat business from an existing customer than to start a dialogue with a new customer and talking them into buying from you and getting business from them. Any number of statistics. So let's use that. If we have a customer, let's get some more business from them, right? What could be easier? Let's say we're getting more business from repeat customers. Fantastic. The next step is number 10. And it's also super important because this is where the sales funnel actually theoretically flares out again and you get more business. And this is by using the fact that your repeat business customers are happy with your services or your products. So happy, in fact, that they keep coming back for more. So if they're really happy with your services and with your products and your solutions, why not ask them who else in their network could also benefit from them? So we're talking about teaching them referral selling. But referral selling is something that we all know we should do, and we probably don't do very well, and we probably do sporadically. But did you know there's actually a way to implement referral selling into your business in a structured way? In a way that you can measure it, and then once you can measure it, you can manage it, and then you can get more sales from it. And so that means that you need to know a few things. You need to know how to ask for a referral. I teach my clients that. You need to know when to ask for a referral. I teach my clients that. And then you need to set up a structure that measures how many times have I asked, how many times have I gotten a referral, out of those referrals, how many conversations have I had, out of the conversations, how many deals came about, and how many closed out of that. So actually you set up your little sort of mini referral selling funnel and structuralize it so that you can measure it and you can manage it. So from who's our ideal customer, right through how do we get referrals from our existing customers, all those 10 competencies are in the buyer-focused sales funnel. And I'll invite you to go to the website at peterstrohkorb.com and run your sales funnel self-assessment test. It'll take you 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Just check for yourself how buyer-focused your current sales funnel is. Get some insights out of that, get some inspiration, get some new ideas, and then on top of that, if you qualify, I'll offer you a 45-minute sales acceleration call to discuss your results and to talk to you about how you can implement the buyer-focused sales funnel into your business. This is a free call for people that qualify for this service. It's a free service, like I said. So go to peterstrohkorb.com, look for the self-assessment test, and I'll see you in the call. And I hope this little impromptu live cast was useful to you. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.